Yeah, no,
Wow.
that's what I said to her. I was like, so you want me to be the guy that you cheat with? And she said, oh, it's not cheating. And I said, well, that's not up to you. That is cheating because it's not
Yeah.
up to you. Well, what would your boyfriend think of that?
Mm-hmm.
And but this is okay. Hot hot
Hot
hot
take.
hot take right here. This is how women think. This is how they
Oh,
think.
here comes the feminism.
They think very much about what they want, and
Yeah.
what anybody else wants. It just, I mean,
Yeah.
goes right in one ear and out the other. And
Especially the feminist.
it's-
Like,
this is
or
what
is
I'm
it-
talking about. This is women.
yeah. Well, are you saying that's a woman thing or a feminist thing?
It's a woman thing.
Well, that's not necessarily a woman thing. That's a person thing. Like people because that's what it comes down to. It comes down to pride. They always think of themselves first. That's why we have a commandment of love thy neighbor as you love yourself.
Listen, man. Okay, I have front row evidence that this exists more in the female gender than the male gender. I think guys can sit and talk and listen to each other,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and they can reason things out together, putting their heads together, using logic, maybe a little bit of critical thinking.
Right.
And if emotionality enters, it doesn't run the conversation, or it doesn't run the moment.
I agree with you on that. But
Right.
also, that problem that you're saying it's a woman thing, that goes back to the fall of Adam and Eve.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
But that's the punishment that was dealt out is the woman because he said the man is to be the leader. The woman is always going to struggle with wanting to be the leader, which is the reason why she has to submit and surrender.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to get canceled for that.
Probably. Well, but I go back to Eve all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
Eve was the first. She was the first one.
Yeah.
That started it all.
Yeah.
And we've had this talk before, but so anyway, back to the story. I tell her, no, I'm not going to come meet with you.
Right.
Because
I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I'm kind of proud of myself for it.
Yeah.
Because what I told her was, I don't want to be your friend. Now, I'll be your boyfriend. I'll come over and we'll have a date and we'll get together and we'll have a relationship. But until that happens, I'm not going to be your friend, because I didn't want her putting me in her little friend zone.
Yeah.
And I was just it started to piss me off a little bit how much she kept pushing and pushing and pushing, as if my boundaries meant nothing to her. I'm
Okay.
laying them out right here. I'm paving it
Yeah.
like a brick road, and it didn't matter at all.
Yeah.
And right then I was like, yeah, you tell them what you want, and it goes, or what your boundaries are, and it goes in one ear and right out the other if it
Yeah.
doesn't apply to what they want.
Right.
That's
well, if you are not allowed to have boundaries. They are. Like,
yo, absolutely. And it's a choice that they make.
yeah.
Because I was speaking English to an English speaking brain. And it's like she wasn't even hearing me, but I know she was. So she was choosing to be like, I want what I want.
Right.
And, I know you've told me, Nick, as she was saying 4 times now, what you want, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. So we
Yeah.
got off the phone and haven't spoken since. We weren't arguing. I mean, there was no
Yeah.
argumentation. I think there was a little bit of disappointment on her end when we hung up the phone finally at 2:00 in the morning.
Wait, you're on this. How long were you on that phone call with her when she was begging
Well,
you to
she
come over?
called very late. Like, she called at like 12:30. And so we were probably on the phone
Hour
for an
and a
hour and a
half.
half.
Okay.
And
All right.
then she calls back at 3, and I text her, and I'm like, good night. I'm going to bed.
Wow. 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 Does she watch the podcast? Or does she listen to the podcast?
Yeah, probably.
So
There's
you
nothing.
probably won't have to worry about any more phone calls from her.
Probably not. And it's sad and disappointing too, because I have a history with this girl. I like this girl.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like her family and everything where she comes from.
Right.
And if nothing happens, I kind of got to go discover that with someone else while navigating all the bullsh that happens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The bullsh.
The bullsh.
That's a good substitution word.
The bullsh. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it just drives me crazy, man.
Well, and that's what happens whenever you deal with feminism. Is this woman a follower of Jesus?
She is a follower of Jesus.
How do you know that, for one?
Because she talks about it. Because she's
Okay.
expressed her religious and spiritual views. She is a follower of Jesus the way I think the masses, the garden variety masses,
Carnal
follow
is
Jesus.
what you're saying. So she's probably not a true follower of Jesus she claims to be. Because I can't tell you, dude, how many times I scroll on TikTok and I see this girl who's trying to say all these Bible verses and give you encouragement, but her breasts are hanging out everywhere.
Oh, of course.
It really pisses me
course.
off because they're using their sexuality to promote the gospel. And I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
It says flee from sexual immorality, yet you're just plastering it all over the place.
Yeah.
And then whenever I put a video up about it on my other page called Obedience Unleashed, about how modesty is a thing and you need to be modest, speaking to women, I've got guys coming in my DMs, or not my DMs, but my comment section, telling me that is on you. The way they dress is not on them. And I'm like, are you kidding me?